It's hardly home sweet home for Arsenal, unbeaten away, but 17 points drop here. As usual, injuries and suspensions continue to stretch Arsene Wenger's resources. Dennis Bergkamp is banned today and Kanu's unfit now. And with Tony Adams still out, Igor Stepanov starts again. David Seaman stays in too, but leaving out Richard Wright in Leverkusen, says the manager, was a really tough decision. Only Liverpool have let in less goals than Fulham in the Barclaycard Premiership, but scoring them's not been so easy. Despite Steve Brock's healthy 8-goal contribution, he'll be part of a midfield that includes the giant Zat Knight, who's in for the injured Sean Davis. Snow-laden skies over North London as Fulham kick off, and haven't got a hat either. Arsenal, the only club to have scored in every Premiership game this season. We're facing here a Fulham side whose hopes for first-ever success at Highbury are boosted by a tally of 12 clean sheets, the best in the top division. Brebbit, who's been pretty much a fixture on the left. Here's Zat Knight, all 6'6" of him. Now Wiltor. Back up front then in harness with Thierry Henry for Arsenal this afternoon. Kanu having had to drop out late on with a leg injury. Sol Campbell just making his way up there now. It's too long for him. Behind for the corner. Off Melville. Stepanovs, who's kept his place in the team after doing well in midweek in Leverkusen, despite being at fault on the goal. Otherwise, he acquitted himself pretty well. Patrick Vieira with a header. Vieira, who hasn't scored in the Premiership this season. Here's Lauren, who arrived back late from Cameroon after the celebrations of their African Nations Cup triumph. And Arsene Wenger has complained to FIFA. Apparently they took his passport away, so he couldn't return home when he should have done. Here's Wiltor. Wenger has been praising his contribution of late, his spirit and his attitude. Arsenal sweeping forward again, and a great little ball played in by Henry, and it surely is in from Lauren. Wiltor made the run, and he teed it up for Lauren. He may have come back late from the African Nations Cup, but he's come back with a vengeance. His first goal since January of last year, and it was beautifully created for Lauren. Just look at their flowing, sweeping football here. Glorious touch by Henry. Wiltor just laying it so invitingly into the path of Lauren. And Arsenal have the lead. Here's Knight, who is now an England under-21 international, on the strength of his displays for Fulham. Made over a dozen starts now. That was Malbranc onto Marley, who's pretty quick himself. Really has found his best form again lately, Marley, after a slow start. Henry taking on Goma and getting his shot away too. Well, he is in such menacing form, Thierry Henry. 25 goals this season. First touch wasn't bad, a bit of juggling there, but then off target with the strike. Marley. Stepanovs made the first intervention. And then Seaman put under a bit of pressure to keep it in. He had his wits about him, though, the England veteran. Hoping the next few months will establish him again as England's #1. Here's a test for him. And a miscalculation and a goal from Marley. What a terrific response here by Fulham. It seemed to be a miscalculation, then a misjudgment by David Seaman. And no one was picking up Marley. To Tiganar's delight, well, they might not be showing it there, Fulham have equalised. No challenge at all on Marley. Arsenal defenders in disarray. Seaman seemed to lose the flight of it, and it crept into the corner. Here's Luzhny. He's starting off at right back with Laurent pushed up into midfield, back Bronckhorst on the left. Brilliant with a poor back pass. Henry, great little ball for Vieira! Oh, what a strike! Again, some exquisite football by Arsenal. 15 minutes in, 3 goals already, 2 for the home team. His first in the Premiership since December of 2000, Patrick Vieira. Well, it was Brevet who gave the ball away there very carelessly. Now Pires. On by Parla to Luzhny. Now Laurent. Good possession here by Arsenal, Wiltor. Parla then to Luzhny, he's got Henry in the middle, and Laurent! Who so nearly scored again and would have done so, but for that smart reaction stopped then by Van der Sar. Again, such cohesion by Arsenal. Luzhny, who bent it in. And Laurent responded quicker there than Melville. The veteran defender bailed out by Van der Sar. Another test of Fulham's defensive resolve. Van der Sar, good claim too. Under threat then from Sol Campbell. Wiltor. It was Parla who came flying in, but it was Malbranc who came out with the ball. The French under-21 international. This is Brevet now. Vieira gets so quickly then on Malbranc, who has stayed down. But Arsenal being allowed to go on with Henry. Can he finish here? He certainly can. Another fabulous goal by Arsenal. And from Thierry Henry, number 26 for him in this extraordinary season for the Gunners frontman. And Fulham simply had no answer here. He might have felt there should have been a free kick against Vieira. Referee Rennie didn't think so. And well, he made it look easy at the end. Boy from Melville, who just couldn't stay with it. Such was the blistering pace and the turn here, and the poise of Henry. And it's 3-1 to Arsenal. His first home goal since early December. Wenger's team very much in charge. And he'll be thinking, surely, we can't throw it away again. Henry, a misjudgment then by Gomar. On to Pires. Wiltor is in the 6-yard box. Here is Wiltor! Goodness me, extraordinary miss. Only he knows how he managed that. But again, Fulham were torn apart. Pires with a drive that came back off Van der Sar. Wiltor somehow contrived to steer it over the bar. He could not do that again if he tried. And so comes to a close, an absorbing and thoroughly entertaining first half. Arsenal so quickly out of the blocks with the opener from Laurent. Fulham responding really well with Varley's equaliser. Arsenal caught napping defensively, but the home team have been in irresistible mood. Further goals from Patrick Vieira, and well, inevitably, I suppose, Thierry Henry have put the Gunners in a very commanding position at half-time. They lead 3-1. It's Arsenal then who start the second half. So many home points dropped this season, and generally they have had a terrible tendency to let leads slip. And it would be extraordinary, surely now, if it happened again today. But of 23 Premiership games in which they've gone ahead, they've won only 14 this season. Here's Luzhny. Now then on the left with Dixon on the right after the injury to Van Bronckhorst. Malbranc. Here's Pires. What a great ball that is too. It's Sylvain Wiltor now, bearing down on goal. And a terrific saving block by Alain Goma. He really rescued his team there. Fabulous break by Arsenal. Sliding in then Goma on Sylvain Wiltor, his French compatriot. Wolves are a wayward pass and a loose one then from Collins of all people. He's not guilty of that too often. Steve Marley. Here's Pires. Henry's flick, Vieira. Wiltor, bit support too. Here's Wiltor. And a great block then by Edwin van der Sar to rescue Fulham. But again, such sweet and flowing football by Arsenal. What happened to the old 1-0 to the Arsenal? Not with this team. They are constantly going for goals. Pires. Off the post and in off Henry. It was Laurent's header. And right on the line was Thierry Henry. I think he's saying, is it mine? Is it Laurent's? It's 2 for the afternoon for one of them. Here's Pires. Laurent is the man far post. Back off the upright and in off the knee of Thierry Henry. It'll go down as his goal. I think they can dispute that though in the dressing room. He certainly didn't know too much about it. But it's 4-1 to Arsenal. And again, some exhilarating attacking play that produced the goal. That has to be Henry's. 27 now for the season. Laura, well, he must have thought there his second of the game was coming. Having gone so long without a goal. Louis Saha is on in place of Barry Hales now. The last throw really of Fulham's dice, you would feel. The game surely is beyond them, even allowing for Arsenal's vulnerability at home. Laura. With some super skill too. Back for Wiltor. Well held by Van der Sar. But again, Fulham were in all sorts of trouble at the back. This time they've survived. Marley to Saha. Nothing out left for him. Well, Morte is the option to his right. And Marley through the centre. Good stop by Seaman. He was out quickly then. Right on his guard. That was England quality. Into that 1 minute added on. For Morte. Leaving it for Marley. Vieira's back on his feet now. Still Steve Marley. And it was Luzhny in the way. Marley. Credit to the Fulham fans, they have kept chanting and cheering throughout the game. Their spirit hasn't been quashed in any way, despite the scoreline. Well, Seaman made the decision to punch. It's all over, and it's just the result Arsenal need to keep on title course. A triumph for Arsene Wenger in the battle of French wills against Jean Tigana. So many home clips this season for Arsenal, but they've got it right today, and in some style too, against a Fulham team who have never won at Highbury. Their hopes raised by Marley's early equaliser, but the goals from Laurent, Vieira and Henry with 2 have driven Arsenal on to a very impressive win by 4-1.
I'm very sad today, but we have now 1 week to get a recovery. It's very important for the team to keep the spirit, because today we start very badly. I don't understand, but after the player at halftime, I tried to change a little bit, but also when we play against Thierry Henry and and many good players is difficult.
Now 2 goals for you today, but you seemed embarrassed almost to claim the second one.
That's what I said at the beginning of the season. You know, I would like to score some crappy goal, and even
You can't say that in England.
I know, I know, but it's just, you know, I was just following, you know, the head of Lauren, and the ball hit the post and hit my leg and went in the back of the net. Even that's strange because it's the first time in my life I don't want to score a goal and I scored. So I'm quite happy with it.
Well, no more Arsenal. Next week you have an easy game against Liverpool.
Yes, and after also easy game against Chelsea. Yeah, that is the pleasure here in England. You have many good teams.
For those hard of hearing, that was crafted goal. Arsenal haven't always produced the goods at home in the Premiership this season, but they put them to bed today, didn't they?
Oh, they were different class today, Gabby. There's no doubt about it. I mean, when Arsenal are good, they're very good, and I felt they were just too strong in nearly every department for Fulham today. If I was going to be nitpicking, I probably thought defensively they lost like another poor goal, but at the same time, they've got so much quality, they're always going to score goals.
There was plenty of French flair on show today, but one man rose to the top for you.
There's no doubt about it. They spoke about him in the post-match interviews there. Thierry Henry was absolutely phenomenal today. He was involved in everything, scored 2 goals, and he was involved in the other 2 as well, assists. His movement and his vision, his strength is quite magnificent. He's a player that's really on the top of his form. As I've said about his movement, the secret here is his lack of movement. He's a look and see Will Todd making the run. He's a quick glance. And what does he do? He doesn't want to run in behind because he'll get into Will Todd's space. He stands still, makes himself available for a wall pass, knows Will Todd's carrying on his run and plays a superb ball in behind the right full-back. Will Todd does well, weighs it up and puts it in Laurent's path for a tap-in. It was a great goal, but from Henry's point of view, to have the vision to actually stand still, and he reacts so quickly to Brevitt's short pass back. He's 2 yards the other side of Melville there. He's second favourite, but his speed of thought gets him inside here. He takes a touch, and what about this for a reverse pass to Vieira? Magnificent pass and a great strike. Again, speed of thought from Henry. He was onto the short pass back, and he had no right to be. He was second favourite, as I say, and this was a great goal. Vieira into Will Todd again. Now look, he comes right across Melville. Melville doesn't know where he is. He takes a brilliant touch. Not great defending, it has to be said. Takes a great touch with his left foot. And you just know he's going to score, Gabby. I mean, Robert, we're looking at him there. He's just so confident, and you know he's going to stick that in the back of the net. We spoke about the first goal when he stood still. This one he doesn't stop. Plays the ball here to Perez. Watch him. He just keeps going in between 4 or 5 Fulham defenders. He plays a great ball to Laurent. He's still running, and he thoroughly deserves his tap-in. He actually looks, he does look a little bit embarrassed about it.
I am surprised though that that's your goal of the day.
Not yet. He looks a little bit embarrassed, but he's got no right to be, because that's a great striker's goal.
Of
You know,
course
when
it's not
you see
your
someone
goal.
like him today, Thierry Henry, he's in such good form now. Is it worth almost man-marking him, some special treatment for Fulham?
Well, I think from Fulham's point of view, if you do man-mark somebody like Henry, it's difficult, because if you go tight on him, his pace is frightening, he just spins and he's in behind. If you don't mark tight, he can get the ball at his feet and he can run at you. It's a difficult thing to do. If I was playing against him, I'd be terrified of his pace, Robbie.
Or kick him, I suppose.
I think I'll have to kick him. Couldn't even
They did to
catch him
you.
to kick him, Robbie.
Looking ahead to midweek, Bayer Leverkusen back at Highbury. Do you feel that they'll have been too kind of tested in terms of their endurance today compared to Liverpool, for example, who've got Galatasaray in a difficult game they had today?
Yeah, Liverpool's probably predicament was a lot tougher. From Arsenal's point of view, the great thing from Arsenal's point of view today, they made it easy. They gave themselves a comfortable 3-1 lead early on, and I think they took the foot off the gas in respect that they took Henry off second half. I thought they performed very well in Leverkusen and were unlucky not to win the game, and I think they've had enough in the tank from today, and hopefully they'll get a result next week.